All right. Good morning, everyone. So I decided to do a quick mock. I'll be mocking with myself because I do that apparently. And what I'm going to be mocking today is how an introduction as a setter should sound like, right? When you're talking to a prospect or a client that's like brand new, right? Someone who just downloaded the Ultimate Guide to Remote Closing, and you're talking to them for like the first time. Okay, the first 60 seconds of that call, it really is crucial that you deliver a few things to them so they know who you are, they're comfortable with the call, they know where it's going, they kind of know what it's about. Okay, so you're not some like weird stranger on the phone trying to ask them how their day's going, which a lot of people do. It's very weird. What I mean is, I've done mocking with a lot of setters, and that's what they say. They're like, ring, ring. Hi, is this Alex? Yeah, it's Alex. Oh, how's it going, man? And I'm like, good. How are you? Like who is this creep calling me, you know? So you always want to be very intentional on these calls. So people get who you are. It's not weird. They're relaxed, they're comfortable, and they're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so here's an example. This is not from the script. Okay, and this is very effective of what it could look like. So you could say something like, ring, ring. Hello? Hi, is this Alex? Yeah, it's Alex. Oh, hi. This is Alex from, Cole Gordon's Remote Closing Academy. You actually downloaded our video a couple of days ago and you wanted more information. Is this a great time to talk? Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so I said my name is Alex. I work for Cole Gordon, and the intention of the call is just to ask you questions about your life. Like what you're up to career-wise, what has you look into remote closing, like checking that box on our website, and how I could provide whatever I can for you to ensure that if this is a good fit for you, we can move forward to the next steps. So does that sound good? Yeah, sounds great. So do you have about 10, 15 minutes or so? That's how long the call is going to take. I want to make sure you have time for right now and you're not rushing or have something else important to you. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. This is fine. Go ahead. All right, thank you. That's it. Right? So what I did was establish credibility, right? Who I am. I work with Cole Gordon. I was intentional about the context of the call to see if you qualify or to see if it's something that you're interested in. And if you are, I'll tell you the next steps, right? And also I was friendly. I wasn't weird. I wasn't like, oh, hi, is this Alex? Yeah. Oh, how are you? Okay, don't ever do that. That sounds weird. It's like filler words that because you don't know what to say. It sounds weird. Just be intentional. Once again, you say right. You first verify it's them. Okay, there are some mock calls that I've done, and they go through the whole thing, and I'm like, how do you even know it's Alex? Like, how do you even know it's me? They don't because they don't ask, right? So you want to verify it's them first. Hi, is this Alex? Yeah. How are you? Great. Then say who you are for credibility. Oh, this is Alex from, Cole Gordon's, Remote Closing Academy, right? You went online, you clicked on a box, and I'm calling you back to see how I can support you and seeing if this career could be a good fit for you, right? And then you want to talk about, is this a good time for them, right? Because not every time it is. You might be calling someone and like they're at work or they're with their family, like you want to ask for permission. Is this a good time to talk right now, Alex? To be about 10, 15 minutes? Does that work for you? Oh, yeah, go ahead. When you ask someone for permission in general, and this applies to like all sales, consider that it's empowering to the person you're talking to hear that. Because what you're doing in the background is you're empowering them. You're giving them a choice to choose what they want to do. You're not telling them to do anything. Okay. And brain science and neuroscience will tell you that when you're telling someone what to do, think of mothers talking to their children, for example, small kids, right? It actually activates the pain center of the brain. Think about it. Think about a time in your life when someone's told you how to live your life. And this is what you have to do, Alex. Do you think I feel good about myself or that person? Hell no, right? I'm like, who the hell are you telling me how to live my life, right? That happens to all of us. It's very pervasive. So people do not like being told what to do. They really don't. Okay. So how can you do it in a very empowering way? Well, actually, let me finish my previous statement because I left it half open there. So the other side of that equation, right, is that neuroscience and brain science also shows that, right, that when you are giving someone advice, right? Or you're telling them how to live their life, it actually activates the reward center of the brain. So think about this, right? How many times in your life have you been in a position where you're telling someone what to do? You're like, hey, you know what? This is what you do with your friend, with your girlfriend, with your wife, all with this job. And notice if you could remember, like, how do you feel when you were being that person with them and you were saying that? You probably felt pretty good, right? Like pretty empowered, pretty special, like you mattered to that person. You had something valuable to say, right? It activates the reward center of the brain. It feels good. And honestly, very common I've noticed in my life is that when I talk to people like, hey, how are you? How are you doing? A lot of times they don't want to talk about their life, right? So they briefly say, oh, it's okay. So how are you? Oh, that's cool. Tell me about that. Oh, yeah, man. Look, if I were you, this is what I would do. Like they jump right into coaching me because it makes them feel good when they might be in pain in their actual life. Okay. So wrap it all up here. So listen, when you're calling someone, right, it's someone you don't know. Okay. You want to make sure that it's them. Right. Number one, verify their identity. Okay. Number two, you want to say who you are, build your credibility. And remember all this, if you remember the mock call I did with myself, it was very fast. It was like 45 seconds or so, maybe it was the whole thing. It was very quick, right? You say you verify their identity. You then talk about yourself and your credibility, right? Who you are. You then, make sure that you set the intention of the call, like what, like kind of like what's in it for them to talk to you, like why should they even care, right? And then lastly, you want to make sure it's a good time for them, okay? And not only do you, in number three, the intention, say that what's in it for them, but you want to say, hey, if this is a good fit, Alex, I would love to connect you with, the next person to, the next steps here for you so you can move forward with this. And if it's something you want to move forward with in terms of enrolling with us, like we'll get you taken care of. So they know there's like a clear pathway. And I get that what I just said is kind of confusing, right? So you want to set the intention of the call. And then you also say, look, and Alex, if you find this is a good fit, then I'll give you the next steps to move forward here. You could just say that. It's like very simple. And that's it. So this way the person knows who you are, where you are, they know you're credible, they know why you're calling, you were very nice to them, you asked if it was a good time, you were very patient with them, you were very loving with them. Now you start the call, right? And that's now your foundation. It's fantastic, right? Now they feel comfortable talking to you. Now they're like, oh yeah, this guy sounds pretty cool. Let me see what he has to say. And that's the foundation of the call. You're now working off of that, as opposed to being like, hi, is this Alex? Oh, what's up, man? That's cool. You got any plans for the weekend? I don't know. It's weird, right? It's very weird when you speak, even to your people in your life, it's weird. You don't even realize it, but it's weird. You want to be intentional. Okay. So I'm gonna end the video here, but hopefully you guys all got a value out of this. This is the way that I've always done it my entire career. It's extremely effective. It's always had clients and prospects feel like warm and comforted and loved by me. And it makes the call, whether you're setting or closing, very smooth, because then you have a relationship already. You have rapport. They feel comfortable now talking to you because you're a friend. You asked for permission to talk to them. You made sure they knew what the purpose of the call was. They're not weird at all about it now. And everyone wins. Everyone's comfortable. All right. Hope you guys and gals kill it. Let me know if you have any feedback or you want me to do another video. Please send me a message on Facebook. I will totally help you out. I love helping everyone out. All right. Take care. Bye, guys.